Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. This is the Independent Thinking Series, the 30th edition, of course. Yes, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals. Sorry, I was on mute with this other microphone. Yes, we're good. We're good. I had to use my Audio Technica today, the 2100. I think what was it called? The 21X or something like that. Yeah, my converter today. I had to go convert it. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about it. I hear a lot of shit talking about people say the Denver's going to sweep the Miami Heat. I saw it on certain sports channels and the one I'm subscribed to. These Nugget fans are so delusional, bro. They are so damn delusional. Like I said in my last stream yesterday, talking about the finals the other day, the conference finals, it's just they're so delusional to the point they said they're going to sweep. Everybody's picking the Nuggets to beat the Heat. See, remember, Heat was the number one seed last year, right? Or some seed last year. So this is pretty interesting. Even though politics is around the corner in 2024, they try to see the champion. They said the Nuggets got the size and everything. That's true, but 9 to 10 size don't mean shit if you're in the NBA Finals. They're a regular season team. The only experience they have is KCP with that championship with the Lakers in 2020. Okay, that's the only experience they got. But I hear a lot of shit talking with the Nuggets, talking about they're going to sweep the Heat. That's not going to happen. If Miami steals one, you already know Denver's in a full trouble. They're going to figure them out. Spoelstra is a good coach. Who's going to get out coached? I believe it's going to be Mike Malone. Mike Malone is a good coach, okay? Can he beat Spoelstra 4 times? Like I said in my last stream yesterday, the afternoon, talking about can Jokic beat Jimmy Butler 4 times? It's the same thing. What's going on, Khalil? Salute. And I'm so tired of these Nugget delusional fans. I know it's the Nuggets' first time. They're kind of like in the position where Cleveland was in 2016, but people forget this is the second ABA team went to the finals, but out of the four went to the finals. But this is their second time. Should I say, if they ever win, that'll be their second ABA team to win the championship. Out of the four, it was the Spurs. They won multiple times. They got the Nets in the Eastern Conference. They didn't deliver. Indiana didn't deliver. That's 1, 2. That's 3. And the fourth one is the Denver Nuggets coming out of the conference championship. But can they do it? I don't know. I don't think they can do it 4 times because, yes, Denver's going to be good at home, but that don't mean anything. Can they put the pressure of the lights on? The fans of Denver has to understand, y'all have never been to an NBA Finals. In the history of the NBA, y'all are an experienced team right now. I'm going with the experienced team because Butler has been there. He's ready, okay? He don't rest in no finals or no playoffs. That's why I heard from these other players. They don't rest. They don't do rest and all that. They go to the next game. They want to finish you off each round. Players that rest get all the ring rust. Then they end up losing game one. That usually happens. See, Nuggets been resting. Can they lose this game? Yes. Miami can still win. It's possible. Anything is possible. You have to understand this is the NBA Finals. Anything can happen. If the Nuggets do not stay on the A game, the only person who's going to stay on the A game is Jokic. But if the team doesn't stay on the A game, he going to get in foul trouble. They say Jokic don't get in foul trouble. That's a lie. He don't get in foul trouble at home, but on the road, he does. He's not going to win in Miami. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be close. It's not going to be a sweep. People need to stop saying that. They don't know the outcomes of what you would call it with these teams. I'm telling you, the players are picking, and I saw Draymond Green on the volume. He was saying they're picking the Heat. Not surprised, because Jimmy Butler. He's trying to create history here. Two teams trying to create history. One's getting their first championship since their franchise, since inception. There was a defunct team back in the day. Then they was in the ABA created. Now they're coming back and redeeming themselves in the NBA. Very interesting. And the other team is going to be the first 8 seed to knock off the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. And it'll be the first 8 seed in history to win a championship under different circumstances. So what does that tell you? Who's going to be more valuable? So I'm saying Miami will be the number 1 seed next year if they add some players. And undrafted players did very well. They defeated Boston. Boston had bad coaching. I don't care if you have the most talent. Most talent don't win championships. You got to deliver. The inexperience in your youth, age matters. A lot of people say it don't matter. It does matter when you play in these championships. You done seen a lot. They have not seen a lot when the lights get bright. Same with Jokic. Jokic is a young player. Can he be Jimmy Butler at this age? No, he's on fire right now. There's the delusional fans will get upset and they'll be upset for a long time. That's just the Nugget fans for real. Nugget fans need to get over it. This is your first time. It's kind of like the 1995 finals. I'm gonna say it like this: the 1995 finals, right? Shaq, the inexperienced Magic. Everybody think they was gonna beat the Houston Rockets. Didn't turn out that way. They got swept. Y'all know the end result of that. I was like 7 at the time. I'll never forget that. I like Houston at the time too. I liked the Elijah one, but I didn't think Shaq was gonna beat him like that. I'm not shocked that they swept him, but when I got old, I said, damn. And then when Shaq told that story, they get the broomsticks afterwards, they swept him. He wasn't the same after that. It was in Houston. They put the broomsticks on their bus. Told them, get out of here. They were around my age. Now, back in the day, if you was around my age at that time, they was brutal back in the 90s, and they're brutal now. So it's like it's the same thing. What's going on, but and that's what you get from these teams. So I'm not gonna hold y'all, but these teams, they get like that all the time. So it's pretty much what you see right now. But I know people are not gonna get caught up or whatever. I know everybody's bouncing around stream to stream, but we ain't having this. We're just gonna talk about it in sports. I know everybody's bouncing around, but I can't be outdone because everybody's trying to compete with me. But tonight, yeah, we're gonna talk about nihilism and stuff like that. It's a recording I done dropped. Make sure y'all look at that and do whatever. Yeah, it's got. Oh, damn! Thank y'all for the views for the Celtics. Yeah, man. Can he beat them 4 times? I know people's gonna give me the hate in the sports. I know my shit when it comes to sports. I mean, I used to play in the day and know my stuff. You got a lot of haters in YouTube, so that's just part of it. And I try not to focus on them too much. They get on my nerves on here. That's why I can't stand the site so much. It's a lot of competitive fools out here. They just want to go at you over some BS and not focus on their shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm enjoying this shit. I'm enjoying the back and forth debates, who's going to win this and that. I'm going to see the game. And the game, I hate to say it, the game's tomorrow. Y'all do know the game's tomorrow, and they trust it. And I hear these Nugget fans all over on YouTube, all over the internet. They said they're going to sweep the Miami Heat, which is not true. Miami's got the experience. They done been since 2020. They've been in the playoffs for so many years. They're a consistent team too. These are the 2 most consistent teams in this year's playoffs, but Miami's got the experience because Spoelstra. See, Mike Malone has never been to a championship game. This is what's going to hurt him. The weakness of the Nuggets is not the size. It's not Jokic. Can they handle the pressure? I don't think so. I think Miami will steal one in one of their games in Denver because Denver is a tough place to play anyway in regular season, but it's not a championship place to be tough at. There's many tough places. You got the TD Garden. That's in Boston, right? The Warriors' new arena in San Francisco, right? But in the Oracle Arena in Oakland, that's the toughest place to play in Oakland when it was in Oakland. But they're not in Oakland no more. They're in San Francisco. The Chase Center ain't the same as Oracle. It's not the same. It's in San Francisco. It's on the line, but it's in San Francisco. It's not the toughest place to play. And the Lakers is not the toughest place to play. It's the Forum. The Western Forum was. Not the Staples Center, what they call crypto. It's trash, by the way. So who gives a fuck about those things? But there's some tough places to play. Now, Arco Arena, I'll never forget, Sacramento Kings had a tough place to play back years ago. Now they got a different arena somewhere in Sacramento. It's tough too. It's similar, but Philadelphia, it's a lot of tough places to play. But Denver's not one of them. Denver has to, let me tell you something. Denver has to prove to me, are they that team? If they're that team, it's okay to compare them to the Spurs. If they win this, championship, if they win. I don't think they're going to win because, to be honest with you, the experience is going to kick in. Can Jokic do it? There's a reason why he's in the finals, just to shut people up, and we get that. But can you beat Jimmy Butler 4 times? I don't think he can. It just goes to show you that people get so disillusioned about, well, he's better than everybody. He's the best player in the league. He's from Serbia. he's what most people say he's a tether, in these certain retarded spaces. No shit. Yeah, he's foreign. Yeah, he's got skills the most better than foreigners. He's up there. He's one of the top players and currently in the NBA, along with the American black players. One of so-called black players are people of Israel, but competing, right? They said the white man's trying to push the Nuggets win the championship. That's a lie. That's a goddamn lie. No, they're not. No, they're not. There's certain people in media and players are pushing the Miami Heat win the championship, not the Nuggets. Delusional fans from Denver and certain so-called of our people is pushing for the Nuggets to win the championship. The fans want the Nuggets to win a championship against the Miami Heat because they don't like Jimmy Buckets. I'm sorry. Most people do not like Jimmy Butler. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Most people are pro Jokic. This has nothing to do with race. Jimmy Buckets is a threat to the NBA. So the NBA may side with Denver on this since they swept LeBron. But then they can jinx them if they lose this finals. That can't happen. We've seen that too. All sides. You can't trust the NBA officials and then things like that. They'll side with Miami in a heartbeat. Because in Miami, they're going to get, if the fans keep talking about sweep, what happens if the Heat sweep you? They can do it. The Nuggets, we know they're not like Boston. That's true, but the inexperience is there. Y'all never been to a championship. The light and pressure is going to get to them. It will happen in one of those games. Spoelstra is not going to run zone. He knows that. He's got Udonis. He got Kevin Love. He will use Kevin Love and everybody in Zeller. They'll stop Jokic. They'll isolate him and they'll isolate Murray. They get that. They got Jimmy Butler. He's not LeBron, but he can mess up your night. There's a difference. They played them before regular season. Yeah, they swept them. That's regular season. We're talking about playoffs. Can they do it? I don't think they can. The pressure's on Denver. The pressure is not on Miami. I'm sorry. They already had the pressure in the Eastern Conference. The pressure's on Denver. Can they put them away? I don't think they can. They got to shut me up. If Denver's good, I got to see the game to see it. Whoever wins this game in this series, and if I see 2-0 on any team, they should win the championship. But if Miami wins 2 games in Denver, Denver needs to be quiet. And if they can't beat them in Miami, the series already over because I got to see if it's 3-0. Now, if it's 2-0, they have a chance. So Denver should steal one of the games in Miami. Denver should at least win 3 games. If they say they're going to sweep Miami, do it. But if you're not, don't say nothing. If it's 1-1, it's going to be a great series. Somebody's got to win 1-1 in this game. I believe it's going to be 1-1. I don't believe it's going to be a sweep like that. No, because delusional fans of Denver will say, it's going to be a sweep. He's just like LeBron. No, he's not. LeBron's his own man. Jimmy's better than LeBron in other areas. LeBron's better than Jimmy with his tactician skills to break down players like to a fucking syllable. I always said that about LeBron. LeBron is a tactician. Think of Tom Brady. He manipulates the offense and defense, and he'll get you out of your game. That's how he gets you. Jimmy don't have none of that. Yes, he's a playmaker, but Jimmy can destroy you based off. He's got confidence, but he can destroy you. You think you're going to score, but he'll lay you out on defense. He'll deflect shit, make the team better, but he'll dissect something that there's a problem. He keeps punching. It's kind of like people say, like Bud Crawford. He's like Bud Crawford in comparison. He just keeps punching till he's tired. That's Jimmy. LeBron don't do that. He don't take those risks. No, he's like Brady. He's a tactician. He breaks you down, you up out of there. That's how I look at sports. That's how I look at every sport. And if you have great players like that, yeah, you got the best player in the league. When people say, "Damn, they got the best player in the league. They can beat Miami Heat in 4 games." No, they can't. It's not going to happen. When the pressure's on, the whistles are blow. It's going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout. Denver's not going to be able to do that. They're going to be frustrated for the first fucking time in the history of the NBA Finals. Can they do it? I don't think they can do it. The fans are going to be distraught in game 1 because they had that ring rust. I told you it exists. This happens many times when a team sweeps a team, they end up losing. Okay, Denver's not one of those teams that's domineering. They're not a domineering team in the Western Conference. Okay, you just swept an overrated team called the Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers. I keep making fun of them, calling them Los Angeles, like white folks used to call them. Make fun about the name. They can't say Los Angeles. They said Los Angeles. Try to make fun of it. Oh man, but LeBron done fucked that team up big time. But like I said, can Denver do it in 4 games? I gotta see first. I want to see Miami steal one. That's just believe me. If they lose game 1, they gotta win game 2. Miami's got to win game 2 and make some adjustments. I believe Spoelstra will make adjustments in this next game. They're prepared. They didn't get enough rest. That's true. They was in Denver. They probably traveled after they beat the Celtics. They went to Denver already probably and had hotel reservations. See, I know Miami. Miami is a prepared playoff team out of all the team in the Eastern Conference. They don't even look like an 8-seeded team, don't they? A lot of people say they look like an 8-seeded team. They don't. They look like a first seeded, fourth seeded. They look like 1, 2, 3, 4 seeded teams, like all those seeds. The reason they were eight seeded is they was in the play-in. The play-in kept them in and said, look, the Chicago Bulls should have destroyed Miami Heat, but the will of the Heat doesn't stop. They just keep punching. They keep punching. Everybody's making excuses about Giannis. Giannis is just out of shape and weak, and he always gets hurt a lot. He never is healthy when they need him. Giannis is inconsistent, by the way. That's why everybody kept saying Jokic is the best player in the world. No, he's not until he beats Jimmy and be doing all these plays. I want to see him do that. And if he can't do that under the pressure of the championship, you already know it's over. It's an age difference. You gotta understand. Jokic is 28. Jimmy is 34 years old. I'm a year older than he is, and I know the experience will come down to 2 things: who's been in the finals multiple times, who has not. This is Jokic's first finals and Jamal Murray's first finals as well. If they lose this championship this year, if they lose, let me tell you something. Denver will be fucking back, okay? Denver will be back. They're a good team. They will be back. They're standard proof. That's probably, I will say, I hate to say this in the West Coast, they'll probably be one of the top 5 teams will be back in the finals. It'll be them. Lakers is third. I don't think they'll be back. I believe Golden State may come back, but they ain't gonna go to no championship. Let's just keep it real. Memphis will be back. Despite Ja Morant's nonsense, they'll be back. Sacramento will be back. Who else was in the playoffs? Who else was in the playoffs? It was the Clippers may be back, even though Kawhi, they may be back. Don't be surprised. They'll be back. Phoenix may be back. It'll be the same teams. But there may be some new teams. We may never know. San Antonio, it's gonna take them 4 or 5 years if they get they'll get the guy. Trust me, they'll get Frank Wembanyama. They'll get him, and their championship host is 4 to 5 year process, and they'll be back in the playoffs. So that's how I look at it. The Eastern Conference is gonna stay the same. It's still gonna be Miami, still gonna be Boston, Milwaukee. Okay, Philadelphia. Yeah, they'll be back. Atlanta will be back. Cleveland will be back. New York Knicks will be back. The Sixers will be in the second round exit because they got Nick Nurse. Now, if Nick Nurse does something different, that's it. But Boston may not go further next year. They had their chance, but they're young. They got young players. Boston's going to have to prove. Miami always have their number, period. Miami always had their number. That rivalry goes back when LBJ was playing with them. Prior to that, Miami Heat never liked the Celtics. They always had their number. That's a historic rivalry in the current generation. So it's like you got to have what you got to have, man. So again, I know a lot of people just, I'm talking about sports and everything else, but the NBA Finals is around the corner. This is very interesting for me to talk about it because I think this year's finals is going to be interesting. If Miami does the unthinkable, if they beat this team, if they beat this best team in the Western Conference, actually the best team in the NBA, and currently right now it's constructed. Good team. I would say the best coach I've seen can withstand pressure. Can the players do it? That's what matters. Can Mike Malone do something that no one has done? Bring a franchise team to a championship and be standard. Because if the Nuggets do beat this Heat team, it ain't going to be a sweep. By some miracle, if they win in a Game 7, that lets me know the Nuggets is up there, but can they do it again? Because they're the best team out of the West right now. Now, the next team that comes out of the East It has to be a big market team. The next NBA Finals. I'll tell you who's that's going to be. My guess will be the Sixers or the Celtics if they make some adjustments. But Miami's too good of a team. There'll be a rematch. And then the big market team after that, I believe it'll be the Celtics or the Sixers. Those are the only two I would say that will go toe to toe. Milwaukee's through. Once they hire that coach that used to be under Nick Nurse, they're not going to no finals. Milwaukee's the second round exit automatically and first round exit because there's a lot of good teams in the East. The East is wide open. It's competitive. It is hard to get out of the East because Miami is a threat. They've shown it this year's playoffs and the play-in, and the play-in makes a difference. If a team wants to be in the play-in, be good like Miami, you too will go to the finals. Very interesting, ain't it? Very interesting. So again, we got these things going on, and the politics is around the corner. You know who's running for president. 2024 is going to be an excellent year, and people's going to be upgraded and updated with these presidents, right? So a lot of people just going to be like, "What's going on here?" You see, I see some things that most people don't see. Man, I ain't used this mic in a minute. I had this microphone. What was it? I believe, yeah. Last year, I had this mic last year, and I sounded good. I sounded good. Did some content with it, recording. Yeah, this thing, I haven't used this in a minute. I'm doing good with it right now. I was about to switch. I said, nah, I'm gonna keep it like this. But anyways, I got this on the fly. Let me turn on mute for a minute. Y'all can't hear me. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, it's got a mute button, but it's a converter. Yeah, I like this converter. I can get in my shit, my systems, and my sound. My sound is doing good. Ain't gonna sound so dark. If you hear the tone of my voice in the recording, I'm using a different microphone. In case y'all ask, it's like a Shure mic, but I'm not using a Shure mic. But this one is Audio Technica ATR 21X. That's what I got. Yeah, it's a converter. And they said, what is that? It's an XLR for your mixer interface, and you can use USB on this thing. USB sounds clear, sounds normal. But if I'm on the interface, I know people don't like it, and I know they don't like talking about gear and stuff. It's a sidebar in the conversation. But if you see one of those people, the analysts and do podcasts, that got those nice microphones, the shiny ones that cost like $400 to $1,000, it's got expenses. Might upgrade my shit probably this year or in the summer. I might do that. I won't keep this as a recording, the one I'm using right now. And then the other, I'll probably get something different for live streams or whatever. Y'all can hear me clearly. So it's pretty much the same, I understand that Denver fans want their team to win a championship. That's the average fan of them. They want a championship. I want my Nuggets to win a championship. Well, they act like Denver niggas right now, but y'all ain't got no sense. Got like a bunch of sexuals. Trying to say, we need a championship. Yeah, right. Until you beat the Miami Heat. I want to see it 4 times. You can't say you're going to sweep them. Don't get caught up by the media because the media is psyching y'all out to lose. Remember, media does this all the time. You want to win a game, shut people up. Don't talk to the media. Don't brag. Don't say nothing to press conference to get you effed up because Jimmy, yeah, it got him, but he backed it up. See, they can get away with it. Miami get away with it because they had already won a couple of championships before because they got a history in the finals. Unlike Denver. Denver has no history. So Denver cannot disrespect the Miami Heat. You can't use the LBJ talk. No. This is a different team. You got Dwayne Wade. Okay? So it's a whole nother story when you're talking about it. He said, do the expensive mics work? Yeah, they do. They do. It depends on if you have a nice gear, nice interface, and things like that. You don't have to get one. This one cost me like what I'm using right now is $100. You get some for cheap, but the expensive ones work. Make sure you have the right settings. If you want to pad your room, that's another thing. If you see those gamers have it, or those people in these podcast studios, if you get a studio with a padded thing, they should all work. They all work. The trick is they do block sound. You just got to make sure you don't have no noise in the area. The area is the key. I'll tell you this: the environments you in to have these gears is the key. It's not always the microphone. The microphone does the rest of the work for you. So it's kind of like you use your voice, it picks up a signal, and you got to have the match coloration of what your voice is. And sometimes coloration matters. If your voice is bright, if you have a deep baritone voice or heavy, clear voice, you want a bright microphone because the brighter the microphone is, the better for your voice. The darker the mic, if you have like a neutral sound or a what they call it, a nasally, snazzy voice or a high voice or a little extreme bright, your natural bright voice, a darker microphone will clean it up to give you that bass in your voice. So, like those Shure mics of whatever. That's why everybody uses the 7B, the most overrated mic of all time. And it costs $400. And I see it on YouTube. And if you notice, it's a neutral mic. Most people want that neutral sound to fit their voice. I don't need a neutral sound. I already got mics that are neutral and some that are a little brighter. So I can tell how in these streams and these videos how I sound with these mics. And the mic I'm using is okay. It's not as bad, but it's okay. It's a handheld. I've used it on a stand once, a couple of times. But this ain't the first time I ever use a microphone talking to y'all. I wish I can use it outside, plug it on my cell phone or this older phone that I got that has a contraption. But, I'm just worrying about battery at this point. It's just what it is, man. It's a lot of people that's on here that act crazy, man. To the world of the internet, man. Everybody's on their bullshit. And let's not talk about Twitter. Twitter is just lost their damn minds. These hoes lost their minds. They crazy. You can't cry about it. You can't cry about these hoes freaking off and all this sort of stuff. It is what it is, man. Let's not act like this is not going on. Like that's the world we live in. You cannot get upset with everybody going crazy. Yeah, some of them getting older and they feeble and they out of there. But you can't, these dudes complain about prostitution and things like that. They ain't ready for that. Yeah, a lot of dudes is just happy. Everybody's in their thing. He's showing his shit in Vegas. Man, these niggas is weird. These women says pets, moms. They're moms because of their pets. It's hilarious. These hoes is funny, bro. They said they moms to their pets, pet moms. Ain't y'all hear that shit? I mean, I told you the world's collapsing, man. This kingdom is going in flames. Everybody's ready for warfare. Yeah, Vegas. Everybody's is wherever's in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, it's a lot of weird shit in the West. I try to tell you. Yeah, these hoes is funny, bro. They'll do anything for attention. That's what happens when you deal with hoes on the internet, man. These dudes is crazy and tripping about them. I saw a stream last night. They talked about this girl. What's her name? Lucky Marie. and I think she was on Team Fatty's channel, and she said something, it's old shit, old drama that I don't really care about. Shouts out to LT, what's the name? LTTV was mentioning her, and I think she's a mod in this chat. And she ain't saying much, but she told on herself. She know what she is, and she exposed them niggas. But she shouldn't have went on that panel with what's his name, Team Fatty. But I say no to fatty foods, and everybody said I'll be trolling. Yeah, I have to joke about it. Say no to fatty foods, man. That's his nickname. Say no to fatty foods. That nigga's delusional, bro. He's a clown. He tried to come at me with that fantastic shit. I call Mr. Finelli. Stop it, nigga. Just accept them for who they are. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. Hey, that's what I do that all the time. Why you think I got Twitter and Instagram? I observe what these dudes talking about. I've been doing this shit for years and study people, and hey, it's crazy. It's entertainment. When I have Instagram and Twitter, I use it for entertainment. Just for the athletes, what they tweet about, what's going on in the sports world, politics. That's where I get all the entertainment news. If you want to go to entertainment news, go to Instagram, go to Twitter, what they say on their little shit. Then you research it in the articles, what they said, and then boom, boom, boom. That's what I use it for. I use it for that concept, not just for other stuff, but I use it for that as well. That's the reason why I got it. I kept it. Yeah, man. You have to, especially here on YouTube, anywhere. Because most people ain't shit. They show their hand all the time. He said, are they ready for the upcoming war? No, they're not ready. They're too stupid. It'll be like this right now. You look at what's going on in Ukraine and everything else, and look at the sports. We're distracted. But it is going to happen anytime. It ain't going to happen in the future. No, it can happen anytime. Because you already know Zelensky is paranoid right now. They try to eliminate Russia, which is a possibility, and China's not going to fight back. They're too stupid. They worry about North Korea getting all the nukes. It's over. White man's trying his best trying to maintain this planet, and it's not going to happen. He's using tech to control shit. That AI is something I try to tell y'all. Androids is a real thing. Everybody wants synthetic humans to replace people. It's coming. I told you. Wasteland culture. Wasteland culture is for real. And I'm saying is that we talked about this. I talked about this 2 years ago on Old Boys panel. We talked about it for multiple panels I've been on people's panels and said AI was a thing. AI is standard now. Now Elon Musk is pushing it. Shouts to the APTV talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it. It's a thing. And then you have energy weapons. It's a new thing in the future. That's a new combat. Next thing you know, they said, are they going to have power armor? They've always had power armor. The Germans had it years ago, back in World War II. There's power armor. It exists. Does it exist in the world? Yes, it exists. You just don't see it. You don't hear about it. Now it's going to be a thing, and it will be used as a vehicle. Not only military can have it, civilians can have power armor and use it to protect settlers or whatever settlement. Well, excuse me, referencing Fallout the video game, but there's some accuracies there. There's going to be a future like that. Because we're in a world that things is going to be large again. Some things is going to be normal, and then you're going to have some creatures that act crazy, experimental stuff. These scientists is making that money. They pushing the AI. They pushing the synthetic androids to replace people. That's what they want. That's the beauty of coming into this world. So again, it is what it is. That's how I see the future gonna go in this country. So 2024 is gonna be talking about a lot of things. They're gonna push that AI bill. They're gonna push a lot of bills in there. So it's like you see these things is coming in fruition, and then yes, you got the NBA Finals. You got the two toughest teams trying to prove are they the best of the pinnacle of the world. Don't be surprised if Miami wins this championship. Don't be surprised. I'm not going to say nothing until somebody gets a 3-0 or not a 3-0. I want to see 2-1. I want to see 1-1 in the beginning, and I want to see 2-1 or 2-2. That's all I want to see. I want to see a series. If it ain't going to be that, if the other team shows up in 3 games, somebody's going to get swept. Somebody's going to get swept. And the pressure is on Denver right now. They got the spotlight. They said Denver's good of a team. They won a championship. Yeah, they're confident. They're the most confident team in the team, but can they beat Jimmy Butler 4 times? That's impossible to have. They said if he ever gets hurt, Yeah, they have an advantage. It's a possibility they can get beat too. The Nuggets. Lavi said the Nuggets can be beat. Yes, they can. Yeah, they got home court advantage, but can they lose home court advantage? Absolutely. Denver said they hate him because he's a black players hate him. And like these white fans are delusional. Like, be quiet. Go sit down. Y'all got nigga players. Y'all quit trying to big up Jokic. Y'all not a fan of him. Y'all bandwagoners. And then oh boy say he's a bandwagon of LeBron. Typical. Typical. Too Raw needs to cook these niggas, man. Like if y'all LeBron fans, y'all delusional, man. LeBron is not going to win another championship. He's gonna get swept every again. That the West's gonna make sure of that. He gonna get swept again. And that narrative shit ain't gonna work. That Lakers shit is over. That's gonna be over. They don't need LeBron technically, and they don't need AD. Need just let his ass go and just walk. That's what I'm seeing right now. So it is what it is. He said they show you in some of those movies and video games. Yes, facts. Yeah, you talking about the power armor. Yeah. I can tell you what movies they show you in. If you see a lot of 90s movies and they talk about androids, I forget the name of those movies back in the day. They did exist. Star Wars, all those movies, that's what they was talking about. Now, in video games, I can give you an example. If y'all ever play Wolfenstein, the second game. Now I know the original Wolfenstein 3D. I played. That's epic. It talks about the fictional stories of the Nazis. Well, if you play Wolfenstein 2, the modern version of it, Bethesda publishes the game, but Idea, whoever birthed Doom, they use the Wolfenstein's template of first-person shooters. Right now, the second game of Wolfenstein 2, the newer version, 2017, the new Colossus. Well, the first part of the chapter of Blazkowicz, he wears power armor. He's already injured through a battle or something, right? Well, that's the first half of the game. And then he goes to his father's house. I already done spoiled it for you. But if you play the game, if you've not, go play it for yourself. But if you have, you already know what I'm talking about. Power armor, right? You lose all that at the end, but you do get a new body. He does get decapitated with his old body out of the power armor. And a lot of people said, did he die? No, he did not die. They put him in some type of canister, right? Revive his head because your brain has that airwaves. They put him with a body that's a super soldier, right? Like the Nazi had, but it's cybernetic. So his body's cybernetic. Now he can use the ramshackles, like you ram through things. And then you got another one that goes in confined spaces on the bottom, slide through. And then there's another one, it's called the Walker. You get those later. I get the Walker after you beat the game with and you kill that female that's a Nazi. But that's the whole purpose in those games. That's one game. Second game, quiet as kept, the Fallout series. All the Fallout series talk about power armor and nuclear apocalypse after post-apocalyptic climates. The biggest one, if y'all want to play Fallout now, the first three are great. The first two are on PC, they're great. The third game is the best out of the top, I'll say top 5 games of all time of Fallout. New Vegas is my number one favorite because it deals with the West Coast. It goes forward. It deals with a lot. It deals with all the things we're talking about. Shouts to Khalif for saying it. Fallout 4 gives you the science of power armor. The fusion core is nothing but an engine to the power armor. That's like its battery life. And it has a power generator to charge it. It needs charges. But there's a perk in the game called Nuclear Physicist. If you get that perk on the intelligence tree, and then if you're on early levels, they have a stat sheet for the tree. If you max your skill set, your special skills tree set for the perks, right? If you max intelligence to a 10, on the bottom on the 9th row, there's a perk called Nuclear Physicist. The first rank, if you're on level 26, get that. It's very useful for a power armor. Then the next, you know the rest. Fallout 4 exposed a lot of elements of post-apocalyptic. That's futuristic. if America does get into that level. They already got something like that right now, but it does exist. It's see these games are fictional games is giving you non-fictional references of what's going on in the world, but it's a possibility. Everybody's leaning towards the Tesla technology that has copper as their mineral source, their mineral source to break down parts and stuff. So basically, that game is another one. And there's another game. All the rest of the games, like Red Faction, Mass Effect, all of them have the technological body parts and armor that you see now, but futuristic stuff. It's not that many games talk about it. It's several games. I can name names like the classic Doom games with the demons, right? With the space technology, with the suit, what they call it, the Praetor suit, and the new Doom games. I've been watching first person shooters and how they develop these games and the concept. They've been talking about these shits for years and lores and fictional stories about this character, the Doom Marine. That stuff right there is futuristic. See, America ever gets to that, we're there. Basically, we're there. So yeah, that's one hell of a thing about power armor and things like that. But Wolfenstein is the king of that type of information. It's a lot of games like that. You can play several games like that. I can go on for days. When we say right here, he said, I heard Wolfenstein 2017. Yeah. Wolfenstein, I'm playing it right now. It's on pause, but I just found the what I just found? One of the last of the contraptions, Battle Walker. I was on Venus and did a thing, right, with the codes. The second part of the map, if you decode, it starts with a T. I did that. The first one, I did the other one. The second one was where you have to use the Venus suit to charge it up and make sure you don't get hot on that planet. That's what I just recently did before I came on this stream. And yeah, it's just like it says. Now I try to find this person. I'm researching and try to finish the game out because when I get off here, I'm going to play Fallout 4 to finish up my other character for this Brother of the Steel. And I got to say, that Creation Club is the shit, but I do like that Power Armor suit with this Cosmo Captain. That's a good suit too. See, a lot of these games have them in the games. See, I didn't think Fallout 4 was about a post-apocalyptic, and I said, damn, this ain't just about power armor and everything. No, this is a whole shooter's game with customization in it and perks. Now, all the games I played is open world sandbox, third-person shooter, Tom Clancy, basic shooters, right? Doom was one of those games as well, but it has skills and stuff, right? I understand skill trees and perks, but this one has perks and everything. Like Fallout does everything. You play all the games, but the third one, same thing. New Vegas, they had the same concepts. You play the fourth game and the new one, 76, the prequel to all those games, have a perk system, but you got to build your character based off builds. Almost like somewhat like what they compare it to Skyrim and shit. Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is overrated, by the way. I haven't played any Elder Scrolls games. Some of them are good, but some of them are just overrated. But it's a role playing first person shooter. I never played nothing like that. When I started playing Fallout, I said, man, this is my type of fucking game right here. Like shit. But that just goes to show you where we at. And a lot of these games, they get futuristic and they add the stuff, and then you start seeing out here, vehicles are getting replaced. That's standard. Wolfenstein's another one. Another game that talks about futuristic stuff, and they have a fictional story talk about the Nazis. That's their theme, right? Say if they won the war, that which it never happened. They converted and became what, the CIA. But we ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother topic on that. Yeah, it does look badass. That Praetor suit ain't no joke. When I played that new Doom game in 2016, a couple of months back, I said this game is the shit, and I like it ever since. When I started playing Fallout, and then after I got done with Fallout 4, then I started playing the older Doom games and get into the lore. I beat the first two. The first time I beat the first game at this age, I played the first game on the arcade when I was younger, and then I played the second game back, I believe, 96 to 98 for years. Couldn't beat the game. It was a fun game. I was young then. I was too young to play it, but I played it anyway on PC. But at this age, I played it and beat the game, beat all the levels, and same with the master levels. The only thing I like about master, it's a handful of master levels I like. But man, I didn't think those games were good, but I'm trying to get this Duke Nukem, the 3D anniversary. I want to try to play that as well. That's one that would be my next purchase for my Xbox library. So I'll be through with this Xbox library so I can get an upgrade. I'm gonna keep this one and then have another one with another account and then copy the other one. But I'm through with PlayStation. PlayStation ain't got much. Ain't got the much to offer, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, like, yeah, we talk about video games, politics, futuristic things. We talk about the standard of Tesla, AI. We talked about that's the subject we talked about. This is what Independent Thinking Series is about. We talked about it. It's a good thing. Now let's get back to the NBA Finals because that's the theme now in sports. But they did not want to talk about Denver and Miami. But Miami, they said they're getting all the love. No, they're not. Neither team's not getting the love. They said, "Oh, it's gonna be ball right. I want to see my Lakers and the Celtics." No, it don't work that way. No, both teams got problems. You see what happened to them, right? I think this should have been the finals 3 years ago. Lakers got it because of LeBron and everybody was out of shape. That's why he was there. That championship should have been his. No way. He would have been 3-6 regardless. He would have made it out of the West. Because if he did not win a championship in 2020, will he win a championship last year? Absolutely. With the Lakers, 2021. 2021. Right. He would have won it. But people just don't. Most LA fans do not like LeBron. He's a villain there. They don't. They are still pro Kobe and Magic. LeBron's on the bottom tier list. Sorry, bro. They say he's the greatest Laker. No, he's not. There's a lot of great Lakers in him. He hasn't proved nothing. He has to be on that team for some years, like decades. 5 years don't count. We're talking about 10 years. It'll never happen. He's probably the greatest Cavalier player, the most play all time player. Yeah, he gets the nod. Laker, no. He has won a couple of championships to do that. Boston cares about championship or bust regardless. That's just Boston. You know what I'm saying? Boston is going to be, they're going to fire Missoula. They're going to blow the team up. They're going to have to get rid of Marcus Smart. They're going to have to get rid of Jaylen Brown, which they probably will. Boston's going to be a different team in the future. They're going to be a very different team in the future because in the future, Boston's not going to look like what you see now in the next couple of years because they'll win some more championships than the Lakers. Lakers, they're going to have a long rebuild and then they'll come back in, I'll say 5 to 10 years from now, if this country still stands. You know how that goes. It's always something, ain't it? It's always something. It's always something. But that's the whole point of me talking about what's going on. But yeah, man. Yeah, Twitter has always been a freak show. Twitter's always been a freak show. Twitter's a freak show. We know that. Y'all shouldn't be tripping about it. They said tattoos are attractive. Yeah, we'll see about that. That's what they all say. Let me get out of here. For Twitter can be crazy. I think Elon may sell Twitter to somebody else. He's care about politics. That's the only reason he got it because of. Yeah, my new phone is the shit. I like it too. You get a lot of news stories. It's fast and everything. I like it so far. I hardly ever use it, but I use it to other things, but I don't use it for just, you know, I use my other old device. Keep that with me. Keep that charged and get the ID off of it. So, yeah. Yeah, it's getting close. I'll talk to y'all about like 5 minutes and then I'm going to cut out. But like I said, it's a nice day, sunny. It's not real hot. It's been mild down here in Georgia. Like it's been mild down here. We've been getting some good weather, like 80 something degrees. It's not 90 something. If it was 90 something, that'd be in July. And I'll let y'all know next week on Thursday Thrills. This is the last of the Independent Thinker series. Independent Thinker series is during the early parts of fall and late spring. Now, early June, a lot of people said this is summer. Nope, this is still spring. The first day of summer is on the 20th, or I believe it's the 21st or the 20th. I believe it's the 21st of the summer. So that means summer won't start in, I believe, on the 21st, I believe, of June or something like that, or the 20th. It's one of those days. But all I got to say, mid-June is still spring. Early to mid-June is still spring. When it gets into 20 digits, it's going to be summer. So that means this is the last Independent Thinker series. So we're not going to do one next week and the next week after because, it's going to head into summer mode. I'm going to be out. And this series won't be back until the fall. I'll say it like that. But there will be Thursday Thrills, of course. There will be some recordings the next couple of weeks. And then I'll cut out midsummer and then come back on somewhere around July. I'll post again on July, but enjoy, But and then the Sunday dailies, we'll do a couple of those. This coming up next week, and the next week after, and then I'll take this long break and come back with y'all, and then I'll set another Sunday dailies in July or something like that. That's I'm letting y'all know now because I'm gonna take this long break. I gotta see what's going on in this month. I'll be active in the comments. Y'all see me, but I'll post again in July. You know how it is. And I'll be back. And once I be back in July, you already know how it is going to be. Yeah, July is going to be an interesting month. It's getting warm. Everybody's getting their thing going, and it's just what it is. But that's just the future that we're in, because we're getting folks on it. And 2024 is an interesting year. So, it's pretty much it. So, yeah, July is going to be it. Yeah, early summer. It is early summer. July is early summer. It's always summer. It's just June is still spring. The early part of June is still spring, and the rest of June is summer. Mid-June is summer. That's what summer starts, and then the real summer starts in July. So it's pretty much a given. It's pretty much a given. So I'll wait till the hour mark comes. So it is what it is. Let me see something real quick. My stomach is all blotched up. And, man, I don't care about the current views. Because niggas be tripping. I know everybody's talking about, is the red pill alive? No, it's not. Y'all niggas is not even red pill. The red pill shit is over. This year's matchup between the Nuggets and the Heat should be awfully signs with G League Ignite for the next season. Who cares? Let me read this shit. I got Yahoo Sports about the matchup that we're talking about right now, and that's gonna be tomorrow. Because tomorrow, y'all better enjoy the game, man. Because I'm gonna be talking about it, and then live stream. I know it's gonna be at night, so that's gonna be an hour stream. But it's on Thursday night. But if it's not on Thursday night, you already know how we gonna give it up. How we gonna give it up? I think the game 2 is gonna be on Saturday as well. Game 2 is gonna be on Saturday. Then the next game will be probably Monday. Monday in June. Yeah, Monday in June. Then game 4 will be on a Wednesday. I believe it'll be on a Wednesday. And the next game will be like game 4. But if it does go to a couple games, it'll be on a Friday, of course. You know how it is. That's how these games will be. They don't want to give it up. Yahoo Sports, what the hell y'all doing, bro? What the hell y'all doing? What the hell y'all doing? What the hell y'all doing? Let's see what's going on here. About to say, yeah, yeah. The stream is not lagging. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, okay, yeah, okay. Thought so.